What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up,
Peace,
y'all?
peace. Good to see y'all.
2 times in 1 week. Can you believe it? Can you
Woo!
believe it?
Two times.
So much
Oh, but you
going
know
on.
what? The good things, every time we do live or broadcast, we learn something new. And so today, I'm finally recording it. So this one we can make an audio from. So
Okay.
Right.
good stuff. Good stuff. So we try to do the Melanated After Dark at least once a month. And we here. It's Melanated After Dark, the last Wednesday of March, winding down the first quarter of the year,
Done.
2022. I hope y'all went out and got it. My first quarter was okay. How was your first quarter?
I think mine was good overall. I think the good outweighed the struggle. The couple of struggles I had, but yeah, I think it was good. It's a good indication of how Q2 gonna be. Even better.
Right.
I felt like it was prosperous. Great energy in the air. I think, what we went through the past 2.5 years, almost 3 with the pandemic is over. We need to move forward. Take the mask off, y'all. I know it's a little scary, but we got to get back to it, Just like we getting back to this podcast. We got to get back to life and reality and what is, and I'm with Carrie on that. I just think Q2 is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm with you, but I still wear my mask, baby. Same.
Still wear my mask, baby. Same.
But yeah, it's Melanated After Dark, so we're going to hit up on some after dark subjects after dark. So I had a question presented to me, at work today, and I was asking about some topics or whatever, and one of my co-workers, I guess it's a co-worker, said talk about love and lust, and what's the difference between love and lust, and how did we define love and lust? So it was a great question, but again, it's all in perspective. And what's your perspective on it, Moni?
So I did my homework, right? But before I get into the homework component of it, I'm just gonna give you my hood version of it.
I like that.
Lust, yeah, I think lust is being horny as fuck. And I think that love is putting your heart out on your sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Being as vulnerable as you can, wanting to be involved emotionally, connected, the whole nine. And so I guess, do you want to go round robin first of what we think about it from our perspective versus giving you what it actually is, or you want me to go ahead and tell you what I found out?
Oh, let me hear what Carrie's, black folk opinion is.
I'm coming with the blackness, right? Well, I think lust is more of its origins are more of a sexual desire, right? But then I thought about it. I'm like, people lust after money too. So it could be sexual, it could be financial. Whereas love, it is more of a willingness to want to connect with a person, to share with a person, to, tell this person your deepest, darkest secrets and, have them be a confidant. Love is more long-term, whereas lust is more short-term, just quick satisfaction. But I do think that lust can turn into love.
I agree with that.
Okay, Moni, come on, give it to me what you got. Give me what you learned and read on.
So the experts say that lust is overwhelming sexual or physical attractiveness to a person or to someone else. you're physically intimate, there's little interest in outside the bedroom, so to speak, and you have very different values, right? So, and then love, on the other hand, is pretty much like what Sister Carrie was saying. It's a broader concept, which includes a deeper emotional connection or desire to be connected in a relationship. You're more vulnerable. You're looking forward to meeting with that person all the time, not just for sexual content. You want to meet their family, their friends, their relatives, the whole nine. So you just want the whole shebang, when you're in love with someone. But versus lust, like she said, like Carrie said, it could be a bedroom thing. I mean, heck, I could say that I'm lustful about shopping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. So, I mean, it could be money, it could be anything, but I kind of feel like I love it a little bit too. I'm emotionally connected to it. You know what I'm saying? I get a whole thrush about it, when I know my people when I shop. You know what I'm saying? I know the managers. I'm invested. You know what I'm saying? It's not just going in and getting a rush and coming back out. I mean, I'm fully invested. So,
right. So you in an entanglement? Is it an entanglement?
Okay, here we go. Yes.
Hello.
Hey,
Yes.
I see Scotty want to join this. I'm gonna let him in and get his opinion on love and lust.
Scotty.
Peace and blessings, sisters. How y'all?
What's up? Beam me up, brother. Beam me up.
I'm chilling and mo chilling.
Word.
Good stuff. We talk about love and lust. The differences, the Black people version and the textbook version. But first, we'd like to hear your version. What's the difference between love and lust?
Love is agape love. Love is forever. Forever. And lust is for right now. Temporary. Lust is just something that comes to your mind because something looks good at the time. Like, ooh, wow, look at that. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's done out of pureness. To love someone is to love someone dearly, deep, to anything, to the trash, the filth. And lust is just what it is. I'm just lusting at you. It could be a one-night stand lust. It could be a year lust. But it just doesn't have a leg to stand on. But love does.
Okay, that was all great. All y'all answers were beautiful.
Thank you.
They were wonderful. I loved your textbook version.
But
What's your take on it, Dr. Graves? What's your take on it?
But I just want to ask you, I'm put out another question for you though. All of us love someone. I mean, deeply love someone. And but our first reaction to that person, was it lust or was it love? And can you love someone, deeply, someone you want to be your partner with, someone you want to grow and live and be forever with? Don't you have to have some type of lust for that person? Because we don't meet a person and say, oh, he has a beautiful mind. Or, oh God, his insides are so young, right?
right.
So whatever is your thing, and I don't know what your thing is, hair, teeth, shoes, whatever, look, light, dark, big butt, little butt, however it is, that's what you lusting, right? Am I right? I mean, come on, give it to me. What's the feedback on it? Are you lusting? Were you lusting, or were you just looking through eyeglasses at that man?
I can like something without lusting for it.
But do you really want it? Or you just like, I take it? But when you lust for something, when you lusting for it, you really want it. When you love something, I love my kids, but I'm not gonna lust after my kids or my dog or my cat. Or even if you have a pool boy or a pool girl, you might have a little lust that you might not go after right now and I'm just gonna blame it on now that we're settled adults. But if we have pool boys at 22, come on, Come on.
You don't blame it on the alcohol.
Blame it on whatever. But at that time, it was mainly for most people. It was mainly lust, right? Am I right? I mean, I know we want to be politically correct on here today. We don't want people to think that we was lusting for something and we were sinners, because I'm sure that's in the Bible somewhere about lust. I'm sure.
Oh, it is. I mean, but we were all 20, so I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on. Okay, we were all 32.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We all 20, 30, whatever. It could be going on right now. All of it. Right. Exactly. Without a doubt. 54.
Hey,
how about that?
We were all 50, right? That's what I was going to say. We were all 50 one time.
Word. Right, Scotty, in real life.
But lust is a feeling of, and I don't know, because if y'all don't lust after the people you are your partner for life, or even your partner for right now, if you don't lust after them, then is it dead? Or are you dead? Or are you just fake? Or you going to talk about our next week's conversation cheating? So come on now, let's get with it, because come on.
I think you can lust, and you can fall in love from the lust. You know what I mean? I think, like you're saying, it started off. You know, I think about the movie Monsters Ball. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think of the dude's name that was with Halle Berry, but they were in a lustful relationship. He ended up falling in love with her. You know what I'm saying? So
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton. There you go.
Yeah.
Billy Bob was in the lust joint. He just wanted some of that black crack, and he got caught up. You know what I'm saying? He got caught up and ended up calling. Got there. He was with Sunshine. Called his wife and said, "I ain't come home."
That was the lust. That's the lust I'm talking about. Tell your mama I ain't coming home.
That was it, man. What was saying? Tell your mama I ain't coming home.
So what I'm hearing is you can lust and love at first sight. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think you can. I think it can evolve. Yeah, I think it evolves.
I think it's possible, because when we meet someone and there's that attraction, like it's based off of the physical. Like me, I like, nice smiles, teeth, that type of thing, a certain build or physique or complexion or whatever. That's what's visually attractive to me. Then my mind starts working and I'm like, I wonder what he can do with that. So-and-so, blah, blah, blah. I'm creating this whole thing in my mind. Now, here's the interesting thing. I feel like when someone says they love someone else, they go through the same mind type shit. They go through the same mind type of thing. But let me back up. You know who is that comedian that talks about how you send your representative when you first meet someone? Like, you don't ever just show. Yeah, you never show a motherfucker who you are, like, right out the gate.
That's who you lusted for, that representative.
Right.
That representative. And I don't care, and I'm gonna straight up call y'all liars if y'all don't agree with me. If you with somebody right now that you've been with, your attraction might have been their mind or whatever, but you was lusting. And if you won't, then you kind of prudish. Because to me, how do you get in there if you're not? I mean, you got to be dry as fuck if you don't have lust. If you don't look at that person and be like, I want to, I just want to. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? At that
aroused, you feel aroused.
I understand. Well, again, next week's conversation, why you cheat or they cheat. Because if you don't have that, at some point, now maybe as the years progressed, it got a little like, but initially, that initial moment when you weren't in love, you was in lust.
Well, can I piggyback on that? Can I jump in real quick? What are you lusting after? Are you lusting after friendship, the connection? Are you lusting after sex? Because see, this can go real deep because, but first of all, we're only supposed to save ourselves for ourselves. We ain't supposed to go out and test drive everything. When we lust, are we lusting after something that we've already dealt with, or we lusting after something else? Because when I lusted after my wife, as you call it, I lusted after her attention and the knowledge that she had of God. When he about sex,
Okay.
it
You
Yeah.
know,
took it took
I was
time.
gonna ask
It
you
took
that too, Scotty. So
it took
as a
9 months.
man,
Mhm.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm wondering,
It
as
took,
a man, when y'all go, and I'm just saying this being raw with it, when y'all
Mhm.
go for the smash and grab, that's a lust. But at what point does that turn into, I might, want to spend some time with this chicken for a minute, or go half on a baby, or don't want to be a player no more? What makes it evolve into that? You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you what I respect, what I like, and most men do. They won't tell you this. Yeah, they want to smash, but they really want a woman to make them wait because if they don't, say my wife gave it to me the first 2 weeks, 30 days. The next dude can come in and get the same amount of time. So it took me and her 9 months before we had relations, and it made me respect her more because I know the next nigga might take 18 months, and if I piss her off and we break up, it might be sooner. But my point is, she made me wait, and I respect that in a female. I do because the next, you know, I mean, it's just what it is. It's just that.
The longer
Men,
you
men
wait,
really
the
want
more
you to.
were you lustful. The longer you wait, the more you lusted after her. The
Of
more
course,
you
it builds
wanted her.
up.
So
It
that
made it
builds
more
up
intriguing
attraction.
then, right? Made
Yes,
it more
yes,
intriguing. Yeah, my
Lusting
yes.
husband
ain't
said the
never
same
lusting.
thing.
Is the one. That one day. I mean, maybe you lust after somebody you just
Mhm.
wanted one time, but lusting could be like you said,
Been
over
there.
6 months, 9 months, 20 months, 2 years. But yeah, so it can be different. And like you said, you can lust for friendship, for money, for I never lusted for friendship though. That's a little different for me.
I mean, I can lust for your heart. I want that heart. I want that brain. Lust don't have to mean sex.
well, see,
Or am I wrong?
attraction usually starts for me. I mean, will be with my eyes. I
Mine
can't
too.
I don't my Supergirl experience and have they expired, I can't get through to the brain. I can just see the overall picture. As you get older, I guess little things change because people change. But when you growing up, your attraction goes like to the app. You know, for me, I don't know, maybe not for y'all,
I
but
believe it.
that's for me. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm visual too, but somebody said something up here. Laura Elizabeth just made a comment that says she feels like there's a spectrum between lust and love. Like there's a progression or something in between. And that's similar to what you just said, Scotty. Like it's a build, it's a
I agree.
progression.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think, I think about the term love is blind, right? Maybe sometimes we could get so caught up in lust that we don't have the ability to visualize the love.
I
And
saw. Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I saw where one of our listeners, Tori Freeman, said you don't have to lust first. That's interesting too.
Oh, like love at first sight?
So I guess it would be like love at first sight. I would like some elaboration on that. Really,
but
that's
I'm
kind of
saying you don't have
interesting.
to love. You don't
I
have to
said
love
that.
everybody you lust after either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true
that's
that.
true.
Every time you
Mhm.
feel like you have lust, or you feel like I want that person, I want that person's mind, I want that person's attention, I want that money. That don't mean I gotta love it. That just means I just want it, and I want to do whatever I need to do to get it because I want it. It don't have to do. I gotta love it. You don't
Yeah,
have to
because
love
you're looking at
everybody.
it like it's short term anyway.
Right.
It's not,
I
anything
Mhm.
don't
long
love
term.
you. That's just like you dealing with a person that you want to deal with just because you want to have sex with. Okay. I don't have to love you, and maybe I should. Maybe you should. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to love you. I'm not trying to love you. You a jumper
right.
off. I love
See,
you.
but
Why you gotta
you're
put all that
also
just into it though, Sonya? Why you gotta put all
I
You
just
got
he
a
was just a
you
jump.
got
Don't come
you got
around.
a jug on the nigga. You see that Scotty? She got a jug on it.
No.
Now,
I'm just
now,
saying.
now,
Everybody
how
think this
about
is ideal. You know, I'm gonna. I
Oh
love
my
them.
God.
I love their mind. I love who they
have I
are.
lusted after someone? Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I have.
lust is
And
a different baby.
and like you said, you can fall in love after lust, but that lust before love, it ain't gonna work. How many people we done lusted after, hoping we could fall in love? While we put them down? Raise your hand.
I don't know. You know, once you play that slow song, it could be a rap though. You know what I'm
Well, wait a
saying?
minute. Say that again.
Yeah.
Repeat that, because I might. Wait a minute, repeat what you just said. Let me just get clarification in my head of what you just said.
Who, me?
Yeah, you, Scotty.
Okay. I, I've lusted after people and fell in love later, but that lust, it there's no love after that. I mean, how many people have we lusted after and had sex with, and are we with them today after that lust? Okay, all
Uh,
right, 1 out of 1,000. All right,
well,
I
I
get
can
it.
say,
It was just straight.
no, I can say the same thing.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it
Oh,
was. And then
okay,
and I've probably been married longer than anybody on here. Anybody
okay.
listening?
How long you been married?
A long ass time.
30 years.
More
30
than
years.
more than 30, y'all.
Higher,
That's beautiful.
higher.
What? 35, 36,
Yes.
37, 38,
Yeah.
39.
No.
Ding,
Wait a
ding,
minute. I
ding,
ain't
ding,
got no. Since I was 19 years old.
Okay,
I was,
good.
Oh,
See, that
hold
wasn't
on.
lust. That was you knowing. See,
19
that was
minus. God damn, that's a long time.
Carry the one.
look. See,
And
hold on
carry the
now.
one.
We can't mistake lust for knowing who my soulmate is. See,
Mm.
that wasn't lust you was feeling. You was feeling that's my soulmate lust.
that was just lust. It was lust, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm off topic. It was lust, and I ain't like his girlfriend, and I was just trying to her at the time, and all that stuff was like, oh, you gonna get yours? Karma is a bitch. Karma ain't happen. It ain't coming around here.
Karma has clearly been good to you.
Right.
Maybe it was
Look at
her
God.
karma than it was. I don't
Look
know.
at God. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
That
Won't
was
he
you
will?
But
knowing
that's
your
really what it
soul.
was. It was straight lust. I won't try to whole nother episode about that life. But yeah, it do some things to you that I think
Hey,
that
I'm gonna disagree with that one. But go ahead.
because I honestly I think love comes when you're not when you, it comes easier or differently when you're actually not looking. Does that make sense? It pops up on you. I mean, a lot of times you're not looking for it because a lot of times you hear a lot of people, and specifically women, because that's what I know, they're looking for love. I want a man. Lord Jesus, please send me a man with a job, or just send me any man. Please send me a man. You know what I'm saying? And they looking and looking and looking and looking and looking. It don't come. But I think like it comes when you're not expecting it, when you're not looking for it. You could be the man, could be the person you lusting after that you calling the jump off. Really, that's the man that is for you. But because
That's
you're
for you.
looking for
Yeah.
that I guess that love that's just gonna like love at first sight, something make your heart beat or whatever, faster. I don't know. But I think that's the problem with a lot of people. Love is something that grows on you, or something that you don't expect. It's something that you might realize one day, this is the dude for me, or this is the woman for me, or this is the person for me, but you've been around them forever. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. And just realize, oh, I didn't even realize that, and he always been right here. You might have married 2 or 3 people in between and came back to this person. But because you didn't understand the difference in what love was, you didn't know. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it.
So can
Nah,
y'all
but
hear
love at
me?
first sight. Yes.
Okay, so check this out. So Laura Elizabeth said, it seems like in the lust or infatuation phase, we might idealize the person and overlook flaws. But when we love someone, we embrace and care for a person despite or maybe even because of. their perceived flaws or imperfections because of their strong emotional connection that's sustained over time. Well, go ahead on, Dr. Laura Elizabeth.
I love that, Laura
Go ahead
Elizabeth.
on. I know that's
Absolutely.
right.
Because when you lusting after somebody, like, do you really care that, they left their socks in the middle of the room? Do you really care that they chew with their mouth open? You don't. No.
Yeah.
See, I
That's
don't,
gonna
because
determine. I'm with Scotty. That's gonna determine
Are
if
you
I fall
even
in love
paying
with
that
that nigga or not,
attention?
though.
Are you
And
even
you gonna pick them socks
Yeah,
up.
that's gonna. You do that. You
But see,
brush your
that's
And
when
you
you're
teeth
gonna
and
pick
looking
them
leave
for.
socks up.
toothpaste
That's
spots.
when you're looking for love. That's when you in lust. You don't look at that. But when you start looking for love in that lust, that's when you're looking for love that you start finding the things that irritate you. When you start seeing the things that bother you, like leaving the socks in the floor, or not doing this, or eating your last piece of chicken,
Nut
or,
cheese, so to speak.
yeah,
Nut
that's when
cheese.
you're looking for that love piece to come with that. When you've grown beyond that, it's beyond that lustful relationship. That's it. It's no nothing else to it. It's no strings. It's just that. So I think that once you start looking for that love piece is when you start noticing everything. And I think that's again why people have such a hard time finding that love, because you take something like that, leaving the socks in the floor, as a a deal breaker. Come on,
right. It's so
that's your deal
petty.
breaker.
Like,
that's why you've been, why you alone. If you know what I'm saying, if your deal breaker is he don't put the toilet
You
seat
got the toilet seat up.
Yeah,
that's bullshit. Bitch,
put
the seat down.
But is it a deal breaker? To me,
It's a deal breaker for me. That's why I've been married 4 times. It's a deal breaker for me.
It wasn't though.
Shit, it's a deal breaker for me.
For a deal breaker.
I fell in that motherfucker. It's a deal breaker for me. Every time I fall in that shit, I get a divorce. I'm serious. It's over.
Oh, see, that's not a deal.
Cut your ass.
That was what was that relationship? Was it a lustful relationship, or was it I just wanted
I don't know if it was a lustful, but it's a deal breaker for me. That's the deal breaker for me. You know what I'm saying?
So you telling me if James left the seat up, you going downtown? You going down to the city?
We had to go to counseling in real life.
Oh God, Monica!
I fell in, yo. I fell in the middle of the night. This shit was serious. I was like, you know what I'm saying? You wake up, you stub your toe in the dark. Nobody was thinking about using their phone and the light on their phone back then, man. You just got up, you go pee, you just stubbed your toe, you done half-ass pulled your drawers down and shit. Then your motherfucking ass fall in. What? We going to counseling.
You would prefer it.
I mean, just certain stuff. I got a friend, and this bothers me too. I hate when people brush their teeth all over the damn mirror. What is that about? The fucking sink is right there, dog. You know what I'm saying, Scott?
Where do y'all find these
right
people?
there. You all up here. You all up here. What's that about?
This is like a whole nother topic.
All up here. That's your shit down here, nigga.
Where do you find these people? Because these are, you know what? I feel like that these you won't know as deal breakers to after you've been with them for a minute, right? Or
I got problems. I had to understand what like what Scott is saying. I had to really understand what agape love was. You know what I'm saying? It's unconditional. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to get to that point.
But did that come with age, or did that come with from day one? Because you got married pretty young, Moni, right? You did.
Yeah, the first time I did. Yeah, I guess you're right, I did. But I just think, you might get to the point to be like, okay, what did grandma and granddaddy do, and why did they stay? They might not have paid attention to the spots on the mirror. You know what I'm saying? They might not have paid attention to. They might just, okay, so the next time I go to the bathroom, I'm going to make sure that the toilet seat is down. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's consideration, right?
That's
thinking about you or consideration.
But if you let Jay tell it and Scotty may feel the same way, it's inconsiderate of us to leave it down because they need it up.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you're right.
Tomato, potato, you know what I'm saying? So, It's just one of the
That's right.
things you just gotta learn to grow and live with. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, the toilet seat joint, man, that's 8 weeks.
Well, it is. You saying a whole word sound right there, because it really is about determining what you can tolerate,
That's
what
right.
you can put up with, and what you cannot put up with.
So,
Right. True. True that. True
yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But learning the
Well, let me ask
agape
you
is real though.
this: did you guys read the Webster? Uh, I came on a couple minutes late. Did y'all read the Webster's definition of lust?
No,
Did
you
y'all do
missed
that
my
before I
part of it.
came
But
on?
go ahead, Scotty. I'm interested. Go ahead.
No, I didn't read it either. I want to know if y'all did, because I was like,
Oh yeah, no, no, no. But listen, so what my experts said, Scotty, was this. They said that lust
okay,
was an overwhelming sexual and physical attraction to another person. Is physically intimate, little interest outside of the bedroom with different values. And Carrie was saying it's short term and it's right now, right? But they said
I've got
love
the same.
was Love
Hmm.
was a broader concept which included deep emotional contact, connection, desire to make a relationship last, and then it was you are vulnerable. You're looking forward to meeting the family, the friends. You want to secure the relationship, and Carrie was saying, it's connecting, it's sharing, it's being confident, it's long term. So but they did also say that lust can turn into love and a loving relationship.
It
And I do
can.
believe that. Yeah.
I'm
I
a
believe it.
witness.
Yeah.
I've seen
Especially
it
if the
happen. I've
chemistry is
seen it
right.
happen. So yeah, it
Yeah.
can. It can.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like it can.
Yeah.
I've
and
seen it happen.
it is a progression, because I'll just be quite transparent. Like, Eric and I knew each other from the 90s, back in the day. We never dated. We never even talked about anything like that. It's just like on some cultural vibes and stuff.
Hmm.
So I knew him to be a very, a cultured brother, but still a hood, still a little street. But he was
Hmm.
real. Like, I liked his energy as a person. But when
Hmm.
we reconnected about 4 years ago, I remembered him from before, right? But now we're
Hmm.
dealing with each other. We're older. And when I was in his physical presence, I was immediately physically attracted to him. Immediately. Like, and I'm a grown ass woman. So I'm like, I know what I want. I ain't got a problem with letting you know what I want. So bam, there it is. So in that little moment, it was lust. But prior to that, there were things happening and events occurring that led into love. It led into love. But because the first time I had sex with him, it's like I already knew then. Like, I'm like, this is it. The compatibility was there, just the ease of conversation, the respect. And it was weird because the moment I realized I loved him, it was just some weird ass shit. I actually saw him serving his mother a bowl of soup. He was fixing his mother some food. And just the careful way, the painstaking way that he presented that soup to her, it just said nothing but love and respect and concern and
Admiration.
care. Yes.
Yeah.
And then she came back with, the soup ain't warm enough, or it's too hot, or some shit like that. And I'm looking like, niggas, you about to snap? He was cool as a cucumber. Yes,
Hmm.
mama. Picked
That's
up
Hmm.
her
what's up.
ball, went in the kitchen, came back. So that's when I knew. But yes, I love him. But I still lust after him too. Because there's a certain pair of basketball shorts he could wear, right? I don't know what it is about these fucking basketball shorts. But I'm like, yo, what you doing later? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just turns me on. So is that still lust? Or is that, just like keeping it spicy? Or so I feel like love and lust can kind of intertwine
I think you
with each
can too.
other.
I think it can too, Carrie. And I remember, like, Jay and I, we grew up together, kind of from the same hood, 10 blocks or whatever, and never saw each other together. And then 20 years later, boom, here we are. And, I can be honest about the shit. I was the one that was hot in the ass. You know what I'm saying? I guess I wanted to be the lustful one. And he was like, oh, we got time for that. And that shit turned me on beyond measures. You know what I'm saying? Beyond measures, that, wow, he wasn't that dude. And I can think about it, go back and remember, Carrie, when you and Eric first started kicking it and you had been on a sabbatical from a previous relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that person and then getting to know
Telling her
Eric.
business. She
Don't
don't
tell it.
No,
She
but
ain't
I'm
naming
just saying.
names though, so it's all
No, I
good.
ain't put no names out there, and they probably ain't listening. And if they are, it's they lost. Shit, it ain't my fault.
Hello.
What is this?
But for real though, but I'm just saying though, just how the vibe was, just from the pictures. Your
Yes.
chemistry was there. You know what I'm saying, Scotty? The chemistry from the pictures was just, I was like, damn, girl, that's what the, it was stifling to me. It was so beautiful, and so, yeah, so I can get that. When she said it, she was like, this is, I was like, sure, carrying in there, pictures popping. I was like,
I believe it. I believe it.
yeah, it was
I
strong, man. It was strong. It was strong.
That's dope, Monica.
Yeah.
You saw that like that. That's
Yeah,
dope.
I did. I was excited for you too. Because I know, as women, you know what I'm saying? That's we want our fairy tale. That's what we were taught, to go after our fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to look like Cinderella. It's just our fairy tale. And I was just excited that you had gotten your fairy tale. I think everybody deserves their fairy tale.
Oh yeah, yeah. And anytime you think to yourself, like, damn, this joke is so dope, I want to introduce him to my friends. Like, I want my friends to meet him. I want my family to meet him. That's an indication of, like, love may be developing. If I'm just lusting after a motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about who your mama is, who your sister is. We ain't even talking about none of that stuff. We just go Netflix and chill, or whatever the fuck they call it, this short-term thing, not have any emotional connection, and then call it a day. Because, see, I think that's where women get it twisted. We have too much of an emotional connection when the penis enters our vagina, because something in our brain says, oh, we fucking, this must mean we together. This must mean we're in love. This must mean he loves me. He gonna look out for me and all this stuff. But you didn't have that meeting with him before you let him put his dick in your pussy. You didn't sit down and talk and say, what you want in this situation, man? Like, what we doing here? Let's define this. It needs to be a business meeting beforehand.
Right.
It does. Because
this meeting?
It's a business meeting. This is the business meeting. This is sexual
what you
business.
looking for? What's your intent?
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, is this a jump off? Yes or no?
Yes or no? Dude, what's that thing we used to have in school? Do you love me? And you joint open up. Remember that shit? Carry the joint open up, bam.
Yeah.
The Chinese joint we used to make. You know what I'm saying?
I remember.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Can we? So let me just ask this question real quick. We can't call that physical and mental attraction. Does it have to be lust? Can we just be attracted to that physical and mental? That that apparent, the seeing part, the mental part. We can't call that attraction.
I think you can. I think you can. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can.
I think you can as well.
I've talked to some sisters where they done dripped from their panties and they had no dick. You know what I'm saying?
Come again?
Yeah, I've talked to some sisters that they done dripped from their panties and they had no dick. You know what I'm saying? They
just being like in the presence of a man.
Just being in the presence, or just his whole conversation. He done fucked them with his mind. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean, chicks can do the same thing,
Yeah.
Well, I got the definition of lust is an intense sexual attraction to another person.
An intense sexual attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Sexual attraction. There's
Exactly.
no emotional tie, no nothing. Okay. No,
Nothing
none of
So
that.
your brain, not that you cute in the inside, you know.
None of that. None of that
None of that.
mind, brilliant mind. None
That's
of
it.
that.
That's
Going to
it.
see mom and them. None of that.
Right. Ain't none of that. But you can, I think, like we were saying previously, you can lust after someone you love. You know what I'm saying? You can have both. But lust is like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's it. There's nothing else about it. Just yeah.
yeah, there's no gray area, right? It's like some
There's no
lower
gray area.
chakra business.
That's-
It's
that's-
lower chakras.
Right.
It's not higher
That's what
chakras.
lust is. And I think that, and I think that, that's why I guess I like the melanated perspective is because our perspectives are people that are 50 plus.
Mhm.
And we wouldn't have had these same perspectives and thoughts at the age of 20 or 30 because they were all changed as the years progressed. So I like when, we have feedback from people that are not our age to tell us what they're thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
But I also like them to know what we're thinking at 50. So, because hopefully they'll get there. Hopefully.
Mhm.
And hopefully that, they can still keep an open mind that they can see that just because you're older and we can get an AARP card at 50 now, that that we still not, prudes. And we're
Is he
still
pimping me for my car though? So you get to ask somebody on and shit. He pimping me for my discount.
Yeah, you trying I was just praying. I thought I was going to the aquarium and getting a senior citizen discount. And it was like, no, ma'am, 62.
Are you kidding
Right.
me?
I'm telling you, you think look, what did I tell you the other day, Carrie, about I wanted to look into? I'm telling you, they be robbing us for 5 years, y'all. They be robbing us. We be all excited, get the card, pay the $55, and they be like, oh no, you gotta be 62.
So keep paying for 5 more.
Keep paying, right. Then the joint go up when you really can use it.
You see this?
Oh, you know what? And I think we had someone named was it Pomona? She was asking earlier.
Well, it's a man. It's a man.
Oh man, I apologize, sir.
Yeah.
Sexual versus sensual. Is that a whole different conversation? Or is that a part of this? I mean,
it all ties into each other some kind of way, somewhere down the line. So I would say yes.
So sexual more on the lust side, sensual more on the love side.
We getting 40. Laura Elizabeth turning 40.
Hey, Laura Elizabeth. In September.
Go, girl.
Look at you getting grown.
Oh, she got a little bit. Girl, go ahead and start cussing people out now. You have our permission.
That's right. Don't wait
right now.
Start lighting them up right now. Yes.
Right. And she says so many people fall into a situationship. Here we go, entanglement, situation.
A situationship.
I've been in a situationship.
Yeah, she said it's like a guy is unwilling or unable to define what are then there and can't be in love. Can't be. I guess she's trying to say they can't figure it out and don't know whether they want to be in love or not. They know. He a squirrel in the world trying to get a nut.
Yeah, a man knows. Let me tell you this. A man knows the minute he lays eyes on you whether he wants to have sex with you or he wants to be involved with you, whether he wants you to meet mom. They know right off the jump. Mm-hmm. They know. Like,
tell them, Scotty.
I'm gonna wait to introduce you to my mom. Or you'll never meet my mom.
So if they know, is there a problem with them telling the woman that they're dealing with what they've come to know? What's the issue with just saying up front, I'm just trying to fuck. I don't want nothing more. I ain't trying to have you meet my friends on that. And how was it received by the woman?
Right out the gate. Well, first of all, I would feel the same energy from her before I would say that. If I don't feel that energy, I'm not saying it. Mm-hmm. So normally it's reciprocated and it's like, all right, bet, we're on the same page. but you got to make sure you feel that energy before you play yourself. But
So, Scotty, the energy is a subliminal contract. Is that what you're saying?
I say the energy is an agreement. Yeah, it's an unsigned agreement.
Unsigned agreement. Wow. Well, it's signed, but it's just signed with the energy. I get that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
We had another great conversation. I appreciate y'all, but Monday we had to have an emergency. It was a 911 news update right across the world. So we had to pop in on Monday, but thank y'all for coming back on Wednesday and joining us. And send us your thoughts. You can email us. You can send it to us on Instagram, on Facebook. You can hit Carrie up. You can hit Monica up. Don't hit me up. You hit Scotty up. Don't hit me up.
Don't hit the producer up, yo. Don't hit the producer.
Don't hit me up, yo. Don't hit me up. But okay, we gonna stretch out 5 more minutes because who is this coming in? Who is this coming in?
We have a guest.
We have a guest. I don't know who it is though.
What?
I don't have no face.
Oh.
I'm for people that ain't got no face.
Hello.
Who that?
You know I'm the feds. I gotta see who it is.
What your name is?
Number 9. What's your name?
Who that there?
Got me Daddy Jack Holmes up in this joint.
Right. So who are your
I'm
people?
sorry, but you're calling number 8. Can you call back?
Okay.
This is Daddy Jack Holmes,
Who
baby.
was that?
WRAP.
Right.
Oh, y'all see my mug? Y'all see my mug today? Bewitched
Where is
brownies.
it?
Bewitched brownies.
Oh, wow.
That
Yeah, I
lady
remember
makes some
that. Are
good
you still
brownies.
ordering them? Are you still ordering from
Do
her?
I?
What? We need to give her a shout out for real.
Always Bewitched Brownies. Y'all go to her Instagram, her Facebook page, her website, Bewitched Brownies. It's an adult treat. It's not a weed treat or cannabis treat.
Oh no,
It's just like a macaron and a brownie, and it's just delicious. It's a
there you go.
business. She's not paying me or nothing. I pay her basically because I buy them all the time.
Thank you very much. Puff fast.
But yeah.
Oh my bad.
They are delicious. But next Wednesday we doing our conversation is on cheateration.
It's on what?
It's on what?
Cheateration. Cheaters. The cheaters. You've been cheated on. You've been a cheater. You've been the cheatee. You had an entanglement.
All of the above.
A situationship. Yeah.
Situationship.
Yeah, you had a. I don't really want to do no baby daddy stuff right now, but.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna tell you before we get started with this conversation next week. I'm gonna need a clear-cut definition of what cheating is. Because that's gonna be the premise of my opinion or my perspective.
It don't matter if you're the cheater, the cheatee, the cheater. The thinking
about it. And does it matter if it's physical? Is it a thought? Is it a phone conversation? I need to know.
That's going to be part of the topic too. What is cheating? What is cheating?
I'm with Carrie on that.
Over the phone.
Yeah, so that's gonna be part of the conversation. What is cheating? Is it cheating? Is cheating going to be? Is somebody you hooking up on social media only? Is somebody you just talk to on the phone? Is it somebody you physically with, or is it somebody you spending time with? Because I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna give you my opinion until next week. But yeah, we're gonna discuss cheating, everything about it, and but we're not discussing baby mama drama or baby daddy.
I don't want to talk about that bullshit.
That's another episode for another time. But next week we'll definitely be talking about that. So thank y'all, and I appreciate you, Carrie and Scotty and Lou, as always.
I appreciate y'all too, and all the people that commented and joined us. And Promotion hit me up. He didn't have a camera on his device. That's why he couldn't come through. So maybe he can join us next week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
join us next
yeah.
week.
But
But yeah,
we
we're gonna be
appreciate your
live.
participation for sure.
8 o'clock is always the last Friday, the last Wednesday. We do Melanated After Dark, so we talk about little subjects that we don't usually talk about, but normally we on at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. So we see y'all next week.
I enjoyed it.
Love y'all.
One
Peace,
none.
love,
Right.
mwah.
Peace.
Love.